Okay. All right. So yes, we
Yeah.
are like 6 days from Christmas. I hope you guys are all hanging in there. Um, I know with where the holidays fall, our next team call, how are you guys feeling? Like, I don't know what your schedules are. Are you good if we would do like a quick call? I think it's the day after Christmas, or would you guys rather take a break? You can
I
jump on
think
if
it
you want.
would work better for me. I probably can't come on next Tuesday. So taking a break would work good for me, or at least I don't know that I'll be here then.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if people had off work and they're traveling and seeing family and all that good stuff. So, um, we can brainstorm a little bit, but we might just hold the call and maybe give you, I don't know. I'm sure there's like a podcast if you want something to listen to, or something you can dive into because I know it's so weird how the holidays falling, but and we're traveling like after the holiday and between the holidays. I don't even know. So we're like a weird little we're around, but then I think we're leaving the 27th. I don't even know. But anyway, um, I'll keep you guys updated if we want to um, pause team call and then maybe we could even figure out another day and get one more call in by the end of the year around the holidays or something like that. Um, with that, I don't know if you've thought about it, but I have a feeling, or this is how I'm going to kind of think through things. People are going to be checked out the closer we get to the end of this week for the holidays. They want to be with family, they want to do whatever they want to do, and that's fine. So I would start brainstorming what or how you can do this with your business. So, one, I've been thinking, okay, I'm going to share value, free value. I'm going to share some recipes. I'm going to share whatever I think could serve my people throughout this week. Show them I'm going to show up consistently. This is possible to do when it's busy and a crazy time, and just give them that value. But into the weekend and like obviously like Christmas Day and stuff, I'm not going to be sitting there doing my tracker and sending invites and all of that stuff. So use that, like thinking ahead what this looks like for you. So for me, it's going to be slowing down. And then right after Christmas, everyone's like, oh my gosh, New Year's resolutions. And their brain switches. So I know I plan to really push starting the 26th through that week, leading up to the weekend. And then, of course, people are going to be busy with New Year's. So feel free to do what works for you, but I'm going to plan to slow down, still show up, knowing that it's going to be a push week for like 4 or 5 days that I really want to dig in and get people started with a New Year's resolution. Um, and when I say that, I mean literally do it for the whole 2024, not just 30 days. So also be brainstorming. Is there something you can offer people? I know we always have our image and our accountability group, but what do you think you need into the new year? What do you think your people need? Is there something like I was listening to the To Be Mindset um, super block, and she was saying, talking about a bunch
Okay.
of different things, and her super block
Yes,
is launching
yes, please.
in January. So I was brainstorming. I'm like, what do people need whenever they get into the new year? And for me, it's going to be a sugar detox, which could be related to Be Mindset and all the other tools that they give you within that super block. So I'm focusing on that and still focusing in on like simple habits that make this a lifestyle change, like starting a morning routine and just simple habits. So brainstorm how you could help people. And maybe that's like your differentiating factor that's going to get people interested or asking. Because if you're like, yeah, I'm doing a general accountability group, it's called this. Like, a good example is Holly Hillier. She's talking, I think she calls it like resolution revolution or something. And she's very specific. She's like, we're focusing on, I think hers is 90 days, but like give people details of what you're offering them and make it fun. And I think it could be a really good um, push into the new year. Did you guys have any questions about ending the year strong or like marketing or anything like that? Okay. I was not planning on talking about that, but that came to my head of like me thinking ahead for the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to share my screen. We're just going to dive into a few tools that you guys can use and then let you guys do some work. So share content. Becky has been crushing her stories. Yes, I agree. I agree. All right. Am I sharing my screen? You are sharing screen. Okay. Let's see here. I have a million tabs open. So I wanted to show you, I know this. I listened to a Melanie Mitro podcast, and this was one of the freebies. I posted it in Team Phoenix. But if you have some time, especially on those slower days where you're not necessarily pouring into the business activities, I challenge you guys to sit down and look through this reflection for the end of the year to kind of reframe your goals, get you just thinking of like, okay, this is how I did in 2023. Here's how I want to do in 2024. And I haven't sat down and done this myself, but it has you asking yourself a lot of questions. How does it make you feel? What projects cause stress? What do you want to work on? And I think it's some really good questions for us to kind of be like formatting our 2024 goals around, because I feel like we get stuck with goals and we're always saying the same thing, and this could be really good guidance. And I know like towards the end of this week coming up, when people are focused on family and holidays, I want to sit down and do this, because if you're not reflecting on how this year went, if you're just kind of pushing it off and you're like, oh, whatever, it's done with, like it's not going to get you further in 2024. And it kind of sucks, because if you're like reflecting and you're like, ouch, that hurts, I can't believe I did that, or I didn't reach that goal, like I really think it's like a reality check, and it's not going to feel the greatest, but I think it's also going to redirect you to focus in on your goals and where you fell short and how you can really dig in 2024. So if you guys want to do that, you can. That is my goal. So it's just a few pages, and I think it's some really good thinking options as we do that. And then I haven't thought through exactly, but if you guys want to spend the next few weeks, sorry, all these messages keep popping up about sharing screens. If you want to share after the next few weeks of like your reflections and your goals and all that stuff, I think it could be really powerful, because then we could hold each other accountable. The other thing that Becky found, where did you find that, by the way, the bingo?
It was on Platinum Presenters. They actually were having a call like last Thursday doing just the bingo game.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna do the same thing, because I was like, that's so cool. Where'd you get it? So we're gonna do the rest of this call, unless you guys, and you guys can speak up throughout the call as you're doing stuff, but I'm gonna put up a bingo sheet. It's on the Team Phoenix page. Becky shared it, and we're just gonna take some action. Try to get bingo.
I created a bingo generator specifically for the ones they have, so we can even randomize it and do it that way.
Okay. Do you want to do that?
Sure, yeah. try.
Okay, that's fun. Yeah, so we'll use this time to just dig in. I know everyone's busy, but I think we might as well use it um our
I
time
see that.
wisely.
Okay. So there's the things here. And I was thinking, because a lot of these actually is even like talk on your stories or do something. So probably the best way is like to mute, and it's kind of gonna just be like, I don't even know how this is gonna go, but then a race for the clock as well of like if you're inviting 5 people, like doing it that way. So we will just keep track of which ones we get done, and then maybe keep each other accountable of like if someone gets bingo, then sharing like who they sent them to. So anyway.
Okay.
All right,
So,
so the first one is B2. So engage in a non-body Facebook group.
is there like a timer we should do, or
That's
it
what
does
maybe if you do a timer and give us like, I say 2 minutes.
for, yeah, we can if some are longer, like need more
Yeah.
time, we can definitely do more. Okay, let's do it. All right. All right, wrap up what you're doing.
Maybe even just for accountability, put in the chat which um Facebook groups you reached out to.
I like
The next one is B3. So this one is ask 3 customers for referrals. Oh man. All
ooh.
right. So I say, honestly, we could do 3 minutes for that one.
All right, that's the timer.
Wow, way to go, Kareen. Four people. Three was a struggle for me for some reason. That one was nerve-wracking, but I did it.
I didn't know how to word it. And then let me see if it lets me paste what I was doing. This is what I ended up saying to people that currently are um, working with me. Great idea. Referrals are probably huge into the new year, by the way. I didn't even like, I always forget that one.
Yeah. So the next one is O1, which is check-in one-on-one with three customers.
All right. Wrap up whichever one you're doing.
All right. D5. Start 5 new conversations.
Ooh. Should I do like 5 minutes for that? Maybe.
I would still say, I mean, just three, and we can do what we can. And maybe that adds a little bit more like,
Push.
yeah, and like competition in it because you don't really get bingo if you didn't finish the box, maybe. So,
Good. Dude, I haven't even been looking at which ones are checking off. I need a
okay, so
visual.
over here they have the called.
Yeah.
So we did B2, B3, O1, and D5. We're all over the place.
That was the timer.
That one was so much easier to me than the referral one, and I do not know why. All right. Oh, 2. 5 minutes, clear your Instagram inbox and email. I think
All
that
right.
one we can make shorter than 5 minutes.
Okay. Get through as much as you can in the time.
Yes.
That was the timer.
All right. Oh, 4. Oh man, this organized row might be our bingo. Overcome an objection in stories. All right, so for this one, I'm going to mute and I say we can probably do this in like a minute. We don't have to talk more than that. You are still muted if you're talking to us.
I was. I said the timer went off.
Okay, perfect. And Corinne, I hope you saw my giant no, that it does not count. But oh no, Brittany's kid got sick in the bathroom. Ugh, hate that. So the next one is D4. So D4 is a good cream. And comment on 10 posts. So we'll do a few minutes for that.
Where's the timer?
I'm loving this.
It's crazy
D,
because the 3 minutes goes fast and it's making me realize like I don't normally set timers, but like I get caught up and then I'm like, I don't get it all done, but it's because I don't set timers, literally, even if it's
I
10 minutes for
agree.
the break.
I
You can
think
get so much stuff done when you set the timers because I feel like you're like working against the clock and stuff. I don't know. I used to set timers and it helps you stay on task too, I think, when you're not like this is awesome. I freaking love this, but like when you're by yourself, I think it's hard when we're doing one thing and then we like get stuck and then we like jump into some another action and you're like, no, I need to like refocus and do the one thing I'm supposed to be doing.
So this one is D3. Welcome message to new followers. So we'll give a few minutes for that. And I agree. I even found myself like, oh, I want to go look at those people's cute family photo reel. And I was like, nope, not now. We gotta go back.
Your story came up, Becky, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to see what her, like what you just talked about. But I'm like, nope, don't do it.
Yep.
And there's the timer.
Okay. I4. 5 invites to Facebook friends. I don't know if we're gonna get bingo by the end of this team call. We might need to pick out next time.
There's the timer.
All right. Where did you guys find people to add as friends? Facebook birthday messages is the next one.
Does that mean send people happy birthday?
birthdays.
I do that every morning.
Well, do it again. I have to be equal. I told Corrine to post again.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Right? Yeah, and
Yeah.
I actually watched a podcast. It was like years ago. I think it might have been Holly Hillier. Well, Corrine, do it again. But it was one of someone said like sending people the day before message of, hey, I noticed your birthday is coming up and I know that the day of like activities are crazy and you get flooded with messages, so I just wanted you to know that I'm thinking about you and I hope you have a wonderful birthday week. And like do it
That
ahead of the game.
stands
Yeah.
out. Yeah. I like that.
So see, both of you still have options. Steven's birthday is on the 28th. You can send him a birthday message.
There you go.
Can't even find where to find the birthdays.
I think
Just go to search and write in birthdays and it pops up.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
what it actually is
thank
without
you.
search.
It used to pop up.
It used to, but now you have to like search. You just go to the search bar and just write birthdays.
Thank you for teaching me.
right. Oh, I was like, what is taking so long? I didn't. It went off. I cannot find how to get it to say future birthdays. I see today and like yesterday.
Huh.
You have to like keep scrolling down, Abby. It'll say like
Oh my. Oh,
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Oh my gosh. That's weird. It's at the bottom. It's backwards. Okay. We learned all the birthday things today, if you were wondering.
Right? And if we didn't know these things, then somebody else on the call also or
I know.
listening needs to know as well. All right. I too. 3 invites to your dream team. And I think this will probably be the last one since we're coming up on an hour. We did not get bingo, which is sad, but ultimately I think that we did a lot of action this call, and this was a great way. I think we should just use this like once a month to
It's
get good
fun
action. Yeah,
to like switch it up. And even if people are around like next week or the next week, we could always do this
for sure.
as well.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I personally thought that was awesome.
I actually really enjoyed that. Just for like quick, I don't know.
Right?
Like you don't sit there and get bored and like, but you still get a lot done.
Yeah. And it was still basic business activities, but outside of necessarily the norm that I may have done just day to day. So,
I agree. Because I would have picked different ones on the bingo.
Right?
I had my list of things I didn't do yet today, but it all like intertwined and like still worked. So awesome.
Good.
And I did that birthday thing, and I'm gonna keep doing now I'm at a day ahead, so I'll just keep doing it like that and see if it works.
Awesome. Yeah, it definitely makes you stand out. Like I even sent somebody a birthday that's on Friday and it was just like I just saw it thinking of you. Want to make sure I get it before the day gets ahead and whatever. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you shared this, and I think it was fun. So, um, let me, I'll maybe put a poll up on our team page and see about next Tuesday, and then we'll decide if we want some people to jump on or whatever happens. You'll get an update.
Sounds good. I mean, we'll talk, obviously, all of us before then, but Merry Christmas
Yes.
and all of the things.
Merry Christmas. That feels so weird that it's already
does.
Christmas, but I hope
It
you guys
is.
have a great holiday and are able to enjoy it.
You as well. Good night.
See
Bye
ya.
guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry